Hello folks, I hope you're well. Unfortunately, I've been a little bit run down over the last few days, which is why I'm not wearing a Regen Rovers top. I'm just trying to stay cosy. I think that's wise. Anyway, today's episode, we're taking on Kilmarnock in the Europa League knockout stages. I think it's amazing that they've actually made it that far. I don't know what's happened in Scottish football. Maybe they've become a dominant force. Unlikely, they've probably just had a very good run to this stage, but we should beat them in today's episode. We're also going to take on Brighton in the Premier League as well. So we've played a few games since you last saw me. Of course, in the last episode we drew 0-0 against Newcastle and beat Regen Rovers in the FA Cup third round. We comfortably beat Blackfield in the Hampshire Senior Cup quarter-final. Okoro scored a penalty. It's always great to see that. Mark Ball and Aranja scored his last ever goal for the club. He has moved. He has moved to Alkmaar in the Netherlands, and we've made a decent profit, £12.5 million. Only played 2 times in the Premier League this season. His fifth choice there's just no point hanging on to him. We might as well grab a bit of profit and get rid of an unhappy player who's only playing in cup competitions. I've also sold Luke Clark. Luke Clark has gone to Leeds. You saw that in the last episode. There was potential that he would move, and I think it was the right time to let him go. He's 31 and we got a decent fee for him. His value's actually gone up for some reason, but I imagine he will start to decline from this point onwards. His contract was up at the end of end of this season as well, so it just made sense. So brilliant servant for the club for 3 seasons, signed him for £1.8 million. We made a decent profit on him as well. Plenty of goals scored in, I think, 108 appearances in all competitions. Lots of assists. That's what he's been good at. He had 11 in the first season, 13 in the second season. Great stuff from Luke. Now, coming in to replace him is another £30 million player. £20 million up front, £10 million over the next couple seasons. So he's actually our joint second highest transfer ever, alongside Kelechi, who probably hasn't lived up to that £30 million, let's be honest. He's okay, but he just hasn't quite lived up to that fee. Vyacheslav Novak. We'll call him Novak, of course. Another Ukrainian, so he's friends with Tarasenko. He's just moved in with Tarasenko for the time being, whilst he finds his own house. 4 goals in 15 caps for Ukraine at the age of 25, so he's in his prime. He's approaching his prime, I suppose. 4-star player, according to my assistant. Not too many cons there. Played in Ukraine for his entire career. Played for Shakhtar for a long time. I think these appearances are low because, as I've explained before, we don't have those leagues loaded, so it's not showing all the league games, I don't think. I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't know why it doesn't show them all. Sometimes it does seem to reflect the league games, even if I don't have that league loaded. But look at his physicals. They are excellent. He's just a perfect winger, like a wide midfielder. Crossing 16, dribbling 16. Brilliant for a winger. And then the pace and the physicals. Passing's alright, off the ball technique, work rate, they're all decent. And I think he'll be a good player. Unfortunately, in his first ever game for the club, he did get injured. Who was it against? Can't remember. It was against Burnley, in fact. Yeah, he made his debut, got injured after 18 minutes, unfortunately. By that point, we'd already gone 1-0 up. Anthony scored 4 goals. They actually took the lead, and we scored from the kickoff after their goal. Novak was involved, almost got the assist. It came off a defender. I don't think he went down as an assist for him, unfortunately not. He then scored a penalty, and it wasn't until the very end of the game that he got his other 2 goals, got his hat-trick in the 89th minute. Christian came off the bench for Novak and got a couple assists. Now, I wasn't too worried about losing or selling Luke Clark because Christian has been good on the right-hand side this season, if not better than Luke Clark at times. This was his assist. It was just a long... Was it an assist? Maybe he didn't get the assists. I'm getting confused. Safik got the assists. Was I looking at that wrong? Oh, Christian created 2 key chances. It was actually Safik Kelechi that got the 2 assists. Sorry. But Christian has been good. I want to credit him for an impressive season so far. 1-1 draw against Leicester. Navarrete opened the scoring. They did equalise. Probably a fair result overall. This was the goal, eventually. Oh yeah, we took advantage of dallying from the Leicester left back. Comfortable 2-0 win in the FA Cup 4th round against Crewe. Safik Kelechi scored twice. But like I said, a little bit disappointing. But at the same time, Navarrete and Anthony are our 2 starters, so what can Kalechi really do? He scored 4 in the Premier League in 5 starts, 12 sub-appearances, and I suppose that's not too bad. 2 goals in the FA Cup, weaker opposition. Europa League, 1 goal. He's done okay. I don't know if he's got more than Mark Ball this season. 3-1 defeat against Spurs. Christian did score. He opened the scoring. And a 1-0 win thanks to Van den Broek. I'll be honest, against Spurs, I wasn't really paying a huge amount of attention. I was expecting to lose. Let me just get to this goal. I was expecting to lose. We went 1-0 up, and maybe I could have gone defensive, but we've known that hasn't worked in the past. So yeah, we lost 3-1 in the end against Spurs, who are on 60 points already this season, running away with the Premier League title for a 3rd season in a row by the looks of it. 10 points ahead of Arsenal with a game in hand. We're in 5th. We have a game in hand, but we are 8 points behind 4th place Chelsea now. 3 ahead of Man City. We've got to try and stay ahead of Aston Villa as well. Obviously, if we win the Europa League, we qualify for the Champions League next season, and I think that's my main aim. I doubt we'll get into the Champions League because of all the fixture pile. Of course, we've got the FA Cup and we've got the Hampshire Senior Cup, which doesn't matter. I mean, we'll play 3rd choice players if need be. And of course, the Premier League. Anyway, first game, we're going up to Scotland. Good old Chef has driven us up there. This is the team I'm putting out. Adrian Smith, Regen Rovers, because Canadian Rodriguez has been injured. He's not played so well lately as well. Rios Rodriguez, Isidoro Rodriguez, and Matt Smith. Novak, his 2nd appearance for the club. I'm hoping he's not injury prone. It wasn't mentioned in his scout report. Van den Broek, Agra, who's done very well. I must say he's been better than Tarasenko, which is why I'm playing Bruno Agra at the moment. Lenz on the left. Tasakovic has been disappointing over the last few games. And our number 1 strike partnership of Navarrete and Anthony up front. Navarrete, not as many goals this season. It has really been about Anthony, although, to be fair, he scored 4 in 1 game. He's the top goal scorer. We've shared the goals around quite a lot this season. Assist-wise, Christian's actually top, but I suppose overall he probably played against weaker opposition in the games he has played. Average rating-wise, Mark Gale up there, but once again playing against weaker opposition. Will Loader, the same, he's 2nd string centre-back. Serenity's played well in his very few games, but of course he's played in the Hampshire Senior Cup mainly. Someone was saying maybe I should have given him more of a chance, but he's not quite developed, and it's a shame about the youth academy. It's just not produced the players that we hoped for. Unfortunately, and we've got a decent youth academy. It's just not producing enough talent in one go. We've only really had Perry Miles and Serenity come through and become. And Perry Miles was regular for a long time. Serenity has been inconsistently in the team, I suppose, over the years. Anyway, let's get on with this. I'm interested to see about this Kilmarnock team then. What's the talent they have? I mean, he's good. 55 caps and 9 goals for Kilmarnock. I'm pretty sure I have the Scottish League loaded as well. Let's just check. Yeah, I do. They're 7th, but they must have had a good season last year. They've probably been concentrating on Europe rather than the league, which is why they're mid-table. Last year they finished 3rd. Very impressive. Only 5 points behind Rangers. 4th, 6th. So, yeah, last year was definitely their best year, but they've got some decent players in there. We've certainly got better players, and I'm putting my strongest team out today in the hope that we can get a decent win away from home, get some away goals, and then I can put out a slightly weaker team, play Mark Ball, etc. in the second leg. That's the plan. I'm going to go for that. We will go attacking as well, I think. We've got it on the home tactic away from home. I've kind of mixed and matched. I keep forgetting to change it. I've played the away tactic at home a few times, and it's had mixed results, I suppose. So I need to make sure I remember. I think I just played the home tactic for most of the start of the season, and it was very effective. But against Spurs, I played the away tactic, thinking that would work better. Did to start with, but they did come back, and they're always too strong for us. We beat them once, didn't we? That was an impressive result. This is disappointing, though. Although we've got a chance here, just as I've clicked Get Creative. Here's Agra. What's he going to do? Bruno Agra has the shot. Decent, just wide. I think I'm going to push the wingers. I'm going to push Lenz up. Novak will stay in his more natural role. Agra's picked up a knock. Novak's... Oh, no. Is he injury prone? There was no mention of injury proneness. I'm pretty sure. Here's Anthony. Blocked. I'm going to have to take him off. This is ridiculous. And it's 24 minutes into the game. I could have sworn there's no injury proneness mentioned there. And it usually shows in... It might just be that he's unlucky. Perhaps he's going to develop injury proneness. Is that possible over time? I suppose if you get a bad injury, he was out for 4 weeks. you're more likely to get injured. This is his first game back, but he is fit, I think. But we'd better bring Christian on just to make sure. Can we get a goal here? Navarrete. Here's Lenz. Lenz back to Agra. He's got Van den Broek to his side, but Agra's going alone. Lovely stuff. Decent effort. Good save. I do like Scotland. I don't actually know where Kilmarnock is, to be honest. I honestly couldn't place it on a map. Is it towards Glasgow? Or I don't know. I'm going to have to look. Kilmarnock. I'm Googling. Is it a place? Is it, it is. Oh, East Ayrshire. I made myself look stupid if it's nowhere near Glasgow. Oh, it is. It is. I'm right. It's not far from Glasgow. It's just southwest of Glasgow. I'm pretty pleased with that because Scotland's a surprisingly big country. Lovely because it's so, really low population for its size. And most people obviously live in Glasgow, Edinburgh, Aberdeen. I'm pretty pleased with that. I've got a geography degree, but it doesn't mean you know where everywhere is. Free kick, Navarrete. Oh, this is disappointing. Here we go again, though. Is Agra. He's been involved in everything, hasn't he? Love it. Great ball to Christian. Crossed in. Navarrete. There we go. 10th goal of the season for him. He's been waiting for that one. It's a beautiful cross from Christian. Off the bench for Novak. Novak looks excellent. I just hope and pray he is not injury prone. Desperately hope he isn't. Fabulous ball in though. And Navarrete gets ahead of I suppose he was targeting the right back. Corner, Lenz to take it. We can get a second before half time. That'd be lovely, but it's well over from Isidoro Rodriguez. We've got one away goal. That's a start. Couple more in the second half would be very handy. Here's Agra again. He's lost the ball that time. That's not good from him. Dallied a bit. Here's Kerr. Cuts inside. Great tackle, but they're still in possession. Good stuff from Matt Smith, who's been good signing. I know he's a hell of a lot of money, but he's been a good signing. Been in the England team. 1-1. Harry Smith's 10th goal of the season. That is disappointing. It's all about the away goals today, though. I think I might be assertive at half-time, but not harsh. I'll say we've been the better team. We should be winning. I think that's probably the right approach. So assertive. We deserve to win this match. Hopefully that doesn't make it complacent. I'm going for that. Striker-wise, I think Anthony needs a bit more. Yeah, there we go. He's motivated. Anthony, top goal scorer. Our French wizard up front. He's been good. Going to push Christian forwards as well. Van den Broek's going to come off for Tarasenko. Going to swap. Yeah, let's go for that. Agra's been great in the deep line playmaker role, but we'll swap them around. We might have to put out a strong team in the second leg at home because 1-1. We've had problems with only scoring one away goal before, haven't we? Last season. Semi-final, of course, against Inter. Tarasenko, great ball to Lenz. Lenz blocked. He scored plenty of goals, Lenz, but he has been a little bit inconsistent at times. Here's McNally. They're just passing around, maybe wasting a bit of time here, just being very slow with their approach. Perhaps waiting for an opening. I imagine they're just going to smash it at some point. Oh, he's gone back to the goalkeeper. Navarrete has to take him. How have you missed that, Navarrete? That is an incredible save from the goalkeeper. But Navarrete, you just had to put it in the right-hand side of the goal. That's really disappointing. Anthony, what are you doing? 6.3 from him as well. I'm going to throw on Mark Ball. You want to see Mark Ball, don't you? I know Safik Kalechi has more about him, but we're throwing on Mark Ball. Let's get creative. Worked last time, didn't it? Wow, I'm going to be assertive and disappointed at full time because this hasn't been good enough, and that's poor from Navarrete. Assertive, that simply was not good enough. We should be beating Kilmarnock. No offence, any Kilmarnock fans watching, but we have a higher calibre. You could see the quality difference in the players, surely. Brighton at home. They're a team that has always been really good in this universe. They've done very well, often finished in the top 10 in the Premier League, had some great players, and they've still got some good players. They've got a Polish international up front who looks a very good striker. Best performing player this season is an Argentinian international, bit of a veteran, 35 years old, 120 caps and 74 goals for the club. He's signed on a free from, do you remember it? Brian, whatever. They've got him. And he's going to be dangerous. He really will. Tom Anderson on the left has got 1 cap for England. Their captain, Dutch 31-year-old. Well, I mean, they have got some quality in this team. And I've gone with a slightly weaker lineup, thinking about Kilmarnock. Smith, Henriquez, Rios, Rodriguez keep their places. Kuz comes in to rest Matt Smith. Christian is playing because, of course, Novak's injured. Aloisi, not for too long, it's just an orange injury. Aloisi has come in, Tarasenko's come in, Tisakovic has come in, and our second choice strike partnership in Kalechi and Mark Ball up front. Okay, let's go for that. That's how it seems to work, the media one, when you're given that option. We're going attacking. Well, we're going with the home tactics, sorry. We're not going attack, we're going balanced. Seems to be the best approach for us. Oh, let's go. I mean, going attacking against Kilmarnock didn't really work, so I'm tempted to just leave it on balanced for the second leg. Brighton currently 1 place above the relegation zone. How? With that quality up front. Let's get creative. Here we go. Regen Rovers chucks it into the box. Thought there was going to be something there. Usually you get a highlight, like a penalty or a header or a mistake from the goalkeeper, but no. It's pumped all the way to Rios, to Isidoro Rodriguez, to Raymond Kuz, into Tisakovic. Tarasenko, this is nice, keeping possession. Tisakovic, Kuz, lovely. I bet we give it away though. It's almost inevitable in these situations because we don't really know where we're going. We're kind of cornered in here. If they press us, well, we found a way out there. Tarasenko, delightful ball to Christian. Back to Ray Henriquez, just about keeps it in. He wasn't quite on the same wavelength, but that's a great ball into Tisakovic. Oh, what a goal. How many passes was that? If anyone wants to go back and count them, you're more than welcome. 5th goal of the season for veteran Tisakovic. Beautiful cross from Henriquez, but it was all about the passing, keeping possession, being patient, finding a way out of the Brighton press, the sort of trap. And in the end, it's a delightful finish and a delightful assist. Smashed up the pitch by the Brighton goalkeeper. Raymond Kuz is never going to beat. He's quite small, Raymond Kuz. It's always a bit of a problem for a fullback trying to defend when they're a little bit small, but they do tend to be small, don't they? These days, especially, to be a bit pacier and up and down the pitch. Just because you're small doesn't mean you're faster. Just because you're big, it doesn't mean you're slower, does it? But it tends to be the way. Here's Christian. Oh, that's poor. I've told them to run at the defence, to be fair. He's following instructions, but you've got to use your head sometimes. Just ran into a brick wall. And here's Anderson. Oh, it's through to Eden Nelson. And our high defensive line let us down a bit there. Fortunate in the end. Free kick. Tarasenko plays it short to Mark Ball. Can he hit it? He does. Oh, really good effort. And Tisakovic offside. But really good effort with Mark Ball's weaker left foot. 1-0 half time. Not bad, considering it's basically a second string team. Let's keep this up. Okay. It suddenly whizzed through to the 68th minute, which I'm not complaining about at all. But it'd be nice to get a second and just make things a bit more comfortable. Here's Tarasenko. Alois has to run back to get it. Christian fires it into Safit. It finds him and he's hit the post. I don't know what to do substitution-wise. I'm looking at my subs thinking I kind of want to save them for the midweek game, but we're only 1-0 up. Maybe I should bring on a first choice player. Here's Ray Henriquez into Tarasenko. Knocks it over. This is it, surely. Come on, Safit. Mark Ball! Oh, save Mark Ball! Oh, it's saved again, Mark Ball! Finally. 6th goal of the season for the legend and captain that is Mark Ball. All-time top goal scorer for the club. Just reminding you there. 3rd attempt he manages to... How many clear-cut chances were there? This one might not have been because the 2 defenders closed in, but in the end, he's fortunate. But he was persistent. And all the shots were on target. And that is what Mark Ball is all about. He gets the top, what's it called? Shots on target percentage in the league all the time. But yeah, great stuff. I will make a couple changes. Although we're 2-0 up now. Do I need to? Might bring Agra on for Tarasenko. He's pretty tired. I probably will play Agra in midweek rather than Tarasenko. Here's Tisakovic to Kuz. Back to Agra. Oh, delightful effort. So much curl. It was almost too much curl. Using the word delightful a lot today. It's a great word, delightful. I know it sounds a bit posh. That's headed away. And maybe we need to sort of time waste a bit now. Don't run at defence. Don't lose the ball unnecessarily. Bring on some fresh legs. Van der Broek. Yeah, well, 10 minutes. That's fine. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. And we will throw Navarrete on for Safet Kalic. No, we won't. We need to get him goals. We won't make this the third sub. Pretty comfortable in the end. Of course, Brighton had that clear-cut chance in the first half. Tried to chip Adrian Smith. Failed. And we've been pretty prolific. Mark, I don't know how many clear and half chances were included. We've got 2 of each. I don't know how many of them were that one sort of phase of play for Mark Ball. But in the end, looks like it's going to be 2-0. Could be 3. He's just not his day for Safet Kalic, is it? He's a menace up front. He's a presence. Big. He's basically Stuart Bigg's replacement. I know the match for Rey Enriquez. Great stuff from our Portuguese right back. It's the last match of the episode, and this is the lineup I'm going with. Adrian Smith. Rey Enriquez is playing ahead of Canadian Rodriguez, who is back from injury because he's been better lately. Deserves to start. Rios, Rodriguez and Matt Smith. Novak is back from injury. Will he get injured for the 3rd time in a row today? Let's see. Van den Broek, Agra, Tasakovic keeps his place because of his goal. I think he was quite good in the last game. Navarrete, and I'm going with Safet Kalic. I just want to give him a chance. So let's see what he does in his more natural, sort of advanced forward role. Anthony's being rested for a couple games then. I'm going to go for that. We'll expect the win. I'm going to encourage the strike force, to encourage the midfield. I think the defence should hopefully be okay. Harry Smith was dangerous, wasn't he? Let's mark him. I think David Gordon was pretty good as well. No, he's not as good. I might regret that now. These bloody pre-match tunnel interviews. I do answer them occasionally, and then you end up with 16 questions, using hyperbole there. But it's annoying. It really is. They're just so monotonous, which I guess is questions in real life. Managers are always asked the same questions, really, aren't they? Here's a chance then. 10 minutes in, or 9 minutes in. Agra, what is that? That is shocking. And they're looking to get an away goal here and, well, be ahead in the tie. But Rios does very well. Here's Safet Kalic. Out wide to Novak. Let's see what he can do. We haven't seen him do anything yet, but always bundled his way through by accident. Here's Matt Smith. Into Tasakovic. Can he cross it? Oh, that was a lunge from the Kilmarnock player. Matt Smith. Agra. Matt Smith. Agra. Patient build up again. Into Navarrete. Turns. Has the shot. He's good at that. He's so good at turning and shooting. 11th goal of the season from our top goal scorer from last season. Second top goal scorer this year. Might finish ahead of Anthony. Still plenty of football left to play this year. Lovely build up play. Once again, patient. Don't know how many passes there were. You're welcome to count them. Go back and watch the full goal replay. 2-1 up, but if Kilmarnock get a goal, of course, we're completely level with away goals and everything. Almost half an hour into this game, and the goalkeeper smashed it along. Isidoro Rodriguez does well. Tasakovic into Agra, and he finds Navarrete, who's dropped deep as the complete forward and support role, of course. Agra uses the ball again, but Van den Broek takes over. Navarrete, Van den Broek has the shot. Decent effort. He's got a long shot on him, even though his attributes don't show it. He does tend to score the odd long goal, doesn't he? Agra. Rios! It's in, but it's offside. It hit Navarrete, and somehow he's offside, even though it looked like it came back off the goal. Rios heads it. Okay, it's offside apparently. I'm not entirely sure about that, but there we go. I thought it came off the goalkeeper, then hit Navarrete, but I might be wrong. Here's Agra. I suppose he might have been interfering with play. The previous offside, I don't know. Either way, it's still 1-0. Agra out wide to Novak. What can he do? The Ukrainians shot it across his blocked. Henriquez takes over. It's back to Van den Broek, and he lashes it just wide. Encouraging though. Don't think I need to say anything. Long throw opportunity, Matt Smith. I don't think he's got long throws on him, so he's played it short. Here he is again. Back to Tasakovic. Has the shot off the crossbar. We've been firing in the shots. We've only created one clear-cut chance, but we've been having a go, that's for sure. It's what I like to see. We're more attacking on balance than attacking, it seems. Well, if we keep the scoreline at like this, we're going through. Happy so far. Hopefully that doesn't make them complacent. It is possible. But Kilmarnock have done absolutely nothing here in Luton. Keep reminding you, but we're not in Luton for very much longer. Henriquez crosses it in. Safford over the bar. Chucking on Lens. I really hope we don't throw this away and concede a goal. That should be easy for Matt Smith. Good defending. Isidoro Rodriguez into Vandenbroek to Agra. Yeah, he's found Navarrete, and here's a chance. He's offside. Oh, we're scoring the offside goals today, aren't we? Is there VAR in the Europa League? I don't know. I think there should be. I mean, there would be by now. Oh, that's not... those lines don't always correspond with what it should be, I've found. I mean, he was offside, but it was closer than those two lines suggested. Okay, I'm going to take Kelechi off. We're going to throw on Anthony. Do I encourage? Will that... I'm not going to play with their minds, body language, whatever. Couple minutes to go. I'm not changing anything. I'm just keeping it the way it is. Going to bring on Tarasenko. It's been closer than I thought it would be. I really thought we'd score a few goals against this Kilmarnock team, but I think they must have a decent defence. We didn't actually look at their defensive players, to be fair. They must have good defenders or a good system, good tactic. But they are out, and they're a bit unfortunate. I mean, they didn't play well today. We deserved to go through. We fired in the shots. We didn't create a huge number of chances, but we really did barrage. Is that a word? Barrage their goal. I think it's a word. Sounds like a word to me anyway. If it's not a word, I'm making it up. I do make up words every now and then. I used to make up words all the time when I was little. Not really little, like, doesn't matter. Anyway, we're through to the next round, and yeah, I mean, I guess I'll show that. It's just such a long journey. If it's maybe a team that I really should beat, then I might not show it. But I think by this point, most of the teams could possibly beat us. Maybe Poznan should be easier, but they beat Gladbach, so maybe not. Maybe, you know, you can't tell. We're so many years into the future. There might be a completely different European ranking. So next few games, we've got Wolves, we've got Man City in the FA Cup 5th round. I wouldn't be surprised if we lose that. And I know I said I'd like to win a sort of FA Cup or League Cup this year. It's not the end of the world, because it means we can concentrate on the Europa League and trying to qualify for Europe via the league as well. So next episode, it probably will be... I mean, there's 2 games in between. Do I want to show 4 matches? Maybe. We'll see. But thank you for watching today's episode. Positive. Good win against Brighton in the league with a second string 11. Not quite second string 11, but there were second string players on the pitch. And we're scraped through past Kilmarnock in the end. 2-1 on aggregate. Until next time, enjoy FM19. Enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, I keep forgetting to say... I haven't said for a few episodes, you can pre-order FM20 via the link in the description below. Use my discount code. I think it's still the cheapest place to get it at the moment, and it helps me out as well because it's a commission link thingy. So I know everyone has them. You might want to support someone else, another creator, but if you want to support me and help me, then use that one. And if you do, thank you very much. See you soon.